Hi and welcome to Blush Over 40. I'm going to show you two different methods today. And you know what? Maybe I'll be generous and throw a bronzer in. Yeah, stay tuned. Hi, welcome back. And I'm so happy you're here at my channel, Clean Beauty Babe. I am Michelle Spieler, an over 25-year professional makeup artist. But first and foremost, I'm a woman over 50 trying to navigate this whole aging, perimenopause, this close to menopause, and trying to feel cute every day without turning to fillers and surgery and Botox. I'm not against any of that. I'm not a huge fan of fillers only because I think so many aren't done correctly. Fillers is a topic for another time, and if you really want to hear my take on it, put it in comments and I might do a video on fillers. But huge controversy this week on TikTok, and if you're new here, I was being accused all week of having fillers in my cheek and being a liar. And this is just me. You can even go on TikTok and see my video where I show my cheeks from 1985. I've always had apple cheeks, and then of course I use something really glowy. This is a Charlotte Tilbury. I use real glowy on my cheeks to give them even more of a luminous look, but I've never had fillers. In fact, I was going to get fillers into that dent. Remember, I talk about these dents often. And here's what turned me off. First of all, the injector I was going to go to said it would probably take 2 appointments at $750 each. So $1,500 for fillers under the eye. I was like, well, it's my birthday. I'm turning 54. I'm on camera all the time. But then, I feel like God intervenes, right? And all of these plastic surgeons and injectors started coming into my news feed on TikTok and Instagram. And they were talking about how even the best of the best cannot predict where fillers are going to migrate to. And they can look really beautiful the first time you get them, but then when you go to get a touch-up in a year, some of it is still left, some of it's hollow. It's really just a mess, a complicated mess I didn't want to deal with. And what if I couldn't go back? And I saw a plastic surgeon. She's a plastic surgeon, and she's going in to get her fillers dissolved because it's not that the injector did it wrong, it's that the fillers migrate and move around. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't deal with all of that. So anyway, these are my cheeks. I'm hollowed out here. This is how you know I don't have fillers. But I became very aware this past weekend. I don't love doing wedding makeup just because brides, I'm not going to say anything more, but it's just not my favorite. And I love the makeup, but I don't love the stress of it. It's much easier for me to do TV, film, commercial. But my friend Carla is a phenomenal hair and makeup artist, so she'll bring me along and I'll do a lot of the moms, the more mature makeup, or I'll do a lot of the bridesmaids. And what I find every time a woman over 50 sits in my chair is first of all, they always apologize that they've never learned to do makeup and they're in their 50s. There's no moral, there's nothing moral attached to makeup. Who cares if you can't do it? That's why I'm here. Let me teach you. But so many women are embarrassed that they don't know how to wear blush. They don't know where to put it. They don't even know what they like. Should I wear cream? Should I wear powder? And so I'm going to do a real quick video, and I realize we're already at almost 4 minutes, but I'm going to do a real quick video right now of my 2 favorite methods. I'm going to do one on this side and one on this side, and then you can see the different methods. First of all, if you are mature skin, I just think there's nothing prettier than a cream. I've been pretty, I'm always using Mob Beauty, and I love the Mob Beauty cream clay blush, but I feel like I've done a lot of videos with that. So today I'm going to use the Ilia. This is a multi-stick. Really pretty, kind of a sun-kissed color. You can use it on the lips, but I want to show you real quick because mature skin looks very fresh and pretty when you use a cream product. So this one is going to go in the apple of my cheek, okay? And we're just going to do this. See, we're just painting it on. And I kind of go up towards, but I don't blend it all the way to the hairline because you'll see what I'm gonna do. So I just take little circular methods, or circular method, I guess. I'm kind of patting it in, and see, I take it up to the temple, but I don't put the product at the temple. I just kind of blend it on my fingers, okay? And I love that as someone who is over 50. My mom loved cream blushes, so she always used cream blushes. I love cream blushes. It just gives that beautiful highlight. It gives you that little cute apple cheek. I love it. But many experts feel like this drags the face down. And if you look at me, you can see the blush is way down here, right? Because when I'm not smiling, my cheeks fall. That's why smiling's so important. Guess what else? When I smile, my gels go away. So I try to smile a lot. So I love how this looks in person. I really do. But for photo, for video, for special occasion, I do like to concentrate it more out here, but I don't like to do that with creams because my hair sticks to it and it drives me crazy. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to do a powder blush. I have a beautiful blush by Bare Minerals. I have used this for years. It's called Beauty. It's like a beautiful warm rose, and it works on, like, I don't know, 75% of the people I put it on. It just works. It's just a beautiful color. It's very important, I think, before you use a powder product to do a little bit of powder where you're gonna place it, just so nothing sticks, okay? So that's a little bit of the It Bye Bye Pores. First of all, I bought all of this with my own money except for Ilia. Ilia did send this to me, and so I just have to disclose that so you guys know. And I love it. I would buy this again 100 times over with my own money. I don't talk about products for you, those of you who are new here. I do not talk about products I don't love. And I will have brands send me products, and if I don't love it, I'll just tell them deal is off. I'm not gonna do a video. I don't love it. I'm so sorry. And they'll be like, oh, it's okay, you know, so there you have it. Okay, so we are going to take, oh gosh, I think I might be out of my blush brush is not here. Well, you know what? We'll use this little guy. It's real tiny, but we'll use it. So this can be messy, but not really. You just have to be careful. So I like to pour it into the cap, and then I swish the brush around. I really, really swish, 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 swish. And again, this is not the blush brush I would normally use, but we're going to use it because it's right here and I don't feel like stopping the video. So I'm going to put it on the outside of my face, right where my cheekbone is, and I'm going to go up into the hairline, and I'm going up into the temple. Okay, see how I'm doing that? Going up into the temple, really concentrated along that hairline. And you can see, you can feel where your hollow is. You don't want to dip below that hollow. You want to keep it higher on the cheek. And see how I don't really bring it too much into the center of the face, okay? I've got, if I want an apple cheek, I do cream, but when I'm doing powder, I really kind of keep it more on the outside. Okay, can you see the difference? This is concentrated right here and even kind of maybe slightly pulls my face down a little bit, but in person I love it. I think it's so happy and pretty and fresh. But for photo, for video, for special occasion, you can see how much this side is lifted. I mean, it really is. It really is, it lifts my face, it pulls the eye up. So those are the two different methods. I could do this method with a cream, you can too. It just drives me nuts because hair wants to stick to it. Even if you powder over it, over time your skin warms it up again, and I feel like it just sticks and it drives me nuts. Okay, so now I'm going to do bronzer. How to do bronzer. I like to do blush first so that I really place the color where I want, and the bronzer is meant just to go in and warm up the face. This is the Kosas. I absolutely love it. It's in color medium. It's a dome shape. It's like a clay mineral. It's beautiful. And I take a big fluffy brush. This is the It Heavenly, what is this? This is the Heavenly Luxe brush. and it's at a big fat angle, and I like to take it and I'll tap it in the cap so I don't have too much. And I always go to the top of the forehead, right? Because think of where the sun is, right? The sun is above us, so we're gonna get a little bit more color on the top of the forehead. Go into the temple. And I have blush in this temple, but I'm gonna go over it a little bit with some bronzer. So it's starting to give me some more dimension to the face. And then I'm gonna take a little bit in the outer corner, a little bit on the jawline, kind of under, not really contouring, I'm just kind of like warming up a little bit. The neck, you know, most of our necks are lighter than the rest of our face. And then I like to take a little tiny bit, I'll use this brush again, I like to do a little bit on the nose. That's just me. You can even take a little cute blush on the nose too, and that's a real popular thing right now I'm seeing with the younger girls. They love the blush and the bronzer on the nose. My mom always did that. My mom never had just a skin colored nose. She always put blush and bronzer on her nose, and I love it. It just kind of knocks the nose back. You can even concentrate it right here so it looks like you have a little upturned nose. See that? So there you have it. How easy is that? And we did a quick video today. Yay, finally Michelle did a quick video. So again, this side looks a little bit more lifted and sculpted, a little bit more maybe special occasion makeup. And then this is my, you know, everyday, super cute, super glossy, cream makeup. So you get to decide how you want to do it, and like me, you might change it up. Like I would do this for special occasion and nighttime, and I like this for every day. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It really just depends what works for your face. But now you know, bronzer only where the sun hits, so the top of the nose, the top of the forehead, the temples, the top of the cheeks, right? Maybe a little bit on the chin. And there you have it, and it just warms you up and blends it all together without taking away that pretty color that the blush gives you to begin with. Okay, I hope that helps. Was there anything else I was going to talk about? I don't think so. Another thing you can do is, especially for powder blushes, is I like to go in with a setting spray. This is the NYX Dewy Finish. They also make a radiant finish, which I keep in my kit, and they make a matte finish, which I keep in my kit. And you can just go in and it just sets everything, and it really makes it look more like skin. And I love that. I think that's a trick I learned years ago from Wayne Goss. He says if there's ever powder on your face and you need it to settle in quickly and look like skin, you want to use a setting spray. And now it's in my hair, so but that's okay, right? It's okay. It's okay that it's in her hair. So there you have it. What do you think? Which side do you prefer? Which side would you try? I love them both. I really love them both, but you can see how this side is lower and it kind of drags the face down more. So perhaps this is maybe not the more youthful look for me, but I think in person people are always telling me how pretty my skin is, and I really feel like it's, you know, those creams. But I'm going to show you close up because a lot of you like to see. You can see I have pores, I have texture, right? You can see my dents under my eye. I have concealer on too, and I'm in good lighting. You can see some sunspots. You can see this all falling here, all my crinkles. But guess what? No one else is looking at that. I promise you. I used to think that. I used to think everyone was looking at my flaws. They're not. They're not. I had women in my face, young women in their 20s, all in my face this past week. And again, they would tell me how beautiful my skin looked and what was I using. And so even young women recognize good skin. So there you go, tip of the day, good skincare, good skincare, good skincare. But cream blush helps too. So let me know what you think. Bye for now. And anything you want to hear or learn, please put it in comments. I do write them all down in my notebook, and I really try to be mindful of topics that you want to learn. I'm here for you. I'm not here. I already know all this, but I forget. I think everyone knows all this. And when so many women said, I don't know how to wear blush and bronzer, I was like, bingo, there's a YouTube right there. Bye for now.